YouTube. Got a bit of a croaky voice, sorry about that. Today I'm going to be doing how to convert, if you've got male fitment on your car, which is what I've got here, the Tamiya CRX. There we go. And if you want to fit the female fitment wheels, so these are the standard Mugen or Mugen Type R CRX Pro wheels, and these are the T37s. And straight away you can see, let's get the focus here, that's the male fitment that you get with your Tamiya kits. That's the female fitment that I'd like to fit. Now here, I've already completed one side. There are many ways you can do this. There's drilling the hubs and everything else. But if you've got spare brakes, like I have, it's good. You can you can use those, because these are the spare brakes that I've got off a aoshima. What was it now? GT86. That was it. So that's the brakes onto the hubs, and the little prong there. It's not the actual real prong that you use. So we can get the camera focus. There you go. I used a wooden skewer. I'm not going to be able to show you in the video about how I did everything. Well, I'm not going to make it in the video because it'll take too long. But I'll show you what I did. I'll start with, here's the first piece, the arm. That goes in on this point here to match the other side. That's just a small mock-up of how the arm sits. Now, this is your standard hub, which has got the male fitment, and that glues inside there, like that, but glued with a poly cap inside to fit your Tamiya wheels. Now this is what I start with, the brake discs. It's what I've got left from my aoshima GT86. So what I did to start with is, back here on the brakes, where all this lump and everything is here, I sand it all smooth down to this point here. If I've got something I can use. So you just file all this point, sand down to this point here. So it's nice and smooth. And I also do the same with these hubs. As you can see, you've got the little ridge, which is to fit the original part in. You sand that flat. Then you find out, you put that in. Now I've had the brakes facing forward, so it'd be like that. I'd glue that surface together then, after sanding both pieces, so it fits further in. And after letting that dry, you get a little, little wooden cocktail stick, which, as you can see, fits in the hole nicely. So after you've sanded that part, glued it on there, checked it's right there, you just cut off. It's only about 3 or 4 mil is what I did, and always good to cut a longer piece, because you can always take bits off, you can never add on. So then you get that, you glue that in when it's glued to the hub. Then you can just, with a file, just go over the top level with this piece of the brake here to make sure that fits flush with the top, which is what I've done here. And if where the two surfaces are flat, it means that it will fit perfectly flat there. Sorry, it takes a while to get this in focus. But if you want camber with these, you could just sand the brakes more in at the top, more in at the bottom, depending on where it is. So here it'd be at this end of the brake, you'd sand it more in that end, and the wheel would sit more at a cambered angle. Now I've done one corner, and I've done the one wheel. Get to focus in the camera. There you go. It's one of the T37s, all hand painted. Now, you can't really see on the camera, but I've glued the poly cap in there. It's still drying, so I'm not going to use that to show you the test strip demonstration on the side of the car. But after you've sanded those two bits, glued that, you don't have to glue it on the car, this is just tacked in. You've got the wooden piece, painted it all up how you want to. You get your wheels and you can test fit that they fit. I've just got this other wheel for my last unboxing. This is a Fujin wheel, so it's the same fitment, which is female, the same as aoshima, just you don't have the poly cap on here. And I'll just show you. There you go, you just got to be gentle with it. That fits on there. It's not obviously going to stay straight because this is a much wider wheel, and this one is designed for a rod axle. I may have a wheel that might fit though. Actually, I can try the other T37, can't I? So there's the one that I haven't done anything with. I haven't got the poly cap on, but you can see that fits on there, and I'm quite impressed with how well it sits with the body, really, because I expected it to be sitting out here slightly and having to sand part of this surface further in. It's different for all the kits that you do. It's just this is the way I do it from the Tamiya to aoshima. There are other tutorials, like about if you watch ELP modelling videos, there's you drilling your brakes. I've tried that on my Nissan Skyline, and that's worked as well to fit some aoshima work wheels to that. They do stick out a bit wide, but if you got kits like me that come with spare parts, use your spares. You can put them straight on. I mean, it's only the sanding is the most time consuming bit in waiting for the glue to dry, and then when you've got that on, it should be alright. And well, I'll just put the wheel back on here. That's where it's sitting on the body. There's hardly any wheel gap there, so I've decided I'm going to leave it as it is. You can lower that by let's take this out. It's not actually glued in. As you can see, it's just a solid piece axle on the back here with the springs, so you can make the springs sit lower. I will be doing a full tutorial on how to lower cars with the springs like this, and I know there's other tutorials like these and the others, but this is just my way of doing it. It's a bit different. It's cheap to do because cocktail sticks cost hardly anything, and all you need is for your parts, you need your wheel that you plan on using, your spare brake disc, your original hub, your car, a cocktail stick, sprue cutters if you're going to use those, and this is just my file that I've got. It's a bit worn out, but you can use that for a file. I also use a vise. You can use for measuring purposes, you can use your trusty ruler, or you can have a smaller file for going in the smaller bits. You can use nail files or even sandpaper, whatever you've got, whatever you can use. Just hope this video helps you. I'll put a couple of close-up shots at the end of the video of the hub and the wheel fitting and all that, because it should hopefully be dry by then. Please like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more wheel unboxings, car unboxings and tutorials. And there's some updates and some builds going on. I've got a lot at the moment. I've got a couple of Skylines. I've got a Toyota that's going to be unboxed soon. A Corolla, and I have Nissan Laurel that I'm still working on. And please follow me on Instagram. My name's Murrins_custom_models. Just hit just over 4K followers now. Doing quite well. Thanks for watching this video. Just throwing a couple of shots at the end. Drop a like below if you got any comments you want to ask. Put them in the comment section down below. I'll read them and I'll get back to you if I can. Thanks for watching.